Auction time. This is the 5Q series auction. 5Q01. This is a heat treat. I believe it's Georgia Jasper. And I did this on video, but I haven't posted the video yet. Okay, so I think this is one of the first times that I've shown an auction item finished before I show the video. Yeah, I just made this morning. 3 3/4 by almost 2.5, and the width to thickness ratio on this one is 12:1. Okay, 12:1, and it's in the video, and I detailed how I did this one. Turns out that this heat treat is very high quality. That's how I was able to do this. Yep. I went over how the terminations are not that predictable in this material, and I got some step fractures and some chattering going on and stuff like that in the middle, but that's just the nature of this particular heat treat. I tried my best to clean that off, but it didn't work all that well. Anyway, that's what happens when you start getting really thin and wide. All right, so it is sharpened all the way around. It's just a blade. It's just a finished blade, no notching, of course, but it is sharp. I don't know what the material is for sure, and I don't know how hot it was heat treated. It was a gift. This material is a gift. It's very nice stuff. I think that some of this area down here is translucent. When it goes all the way through the material, you can kind of see through it. I don't have the proper lighting for it, but yeah. All right. 5Q02. This is a heat treat black chert from Texas. One of the highest grades of heat treat I've ever napped. This is what I consider a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 for nappability. This is a 10. This stuff here is Georgia Jasper. It was also heat treated to perfection. I consider this a 9 out of 10 as far as nappability. I'm starting to get into my good stuff that I've been saving up. So yeah, this one is a Texas chert. It is, you can see kind of through the edges a little bit, and it's you can't see it here because of the lighting. It's not as translucent as the other previous black chert that I had. See, it has some step fracturing in it, but it's not as noticeable as on the other black chert. This is a darker chert and less translucent. Remember, I had a little Sabinal eccentric in the previous auction made of similar chert, but on that particular chert, you can see the little step fractures a lot clearer. All these fingernail steps are much more clear on the other piece of chert. Anyway, I wish I had a ton of this stuff. This is like I said, 10 out of 10 as far as nappability goes. 1.5 wide by 3 3/16. It's going to look bigger in the video than it does in person. Okay, my hands are small, so it's going to look pretty big. When you get it, if you have large hands, it's gonna be like that. You know, your hand is gonna be much bigger than mine, so it's gonna look much smaller in your hand. Just be aware. I've had that happen where pieces, when the customer gets the piece, it looks much smaller than it did on video. So just be aware. Okay, it is sharpened all the way around. I don't know what the ratio is with the thickness ratio. The widest part is like 40 millimeter. The thickness is like 7:1. Yeah, about 7:1. No, 6:1. Between 6:1 and 7:1. Yeah, pretty typical. All right. 5Q03, this is the basalt point that I made on video. Yeah, Difficult stuff to nap. It's unpredictable. It'll snap in half easily. It's difficult to thin down without having step fractures and chatter and all kinds of weird contours going on. It doesn't produce a smooth surface in most cases, but it can be napped, so it turned out all right. Yeah, this is a bitterroot, or a subclass of the northern side notch point style from the northwest, or I think there's a region called the High Plains, something like that. Anyway, it's from the northwest. In that area, that's where these northern side notch types and variants occur. It's bigger than the than the originals. Okay, and it's sharp, and it's interesting material. Yeah. All right. 5Q04. I made this on video. This is the cinnamon obsidian, also bitterroot type point. But yeah, bitterroot is a subclass of the northern side notch tradition, which lasted like 6,000 years, according to the Overstreet price guide. Okay. It may differ from archaeological texts, but according to the Overstreet price guide, this style is a subclass of the northern side notch. It's an archaic point, which means it's probably an little dart point. Okay, 2 5/16 long by 1 1/4 wide. Nice material. As far as obsidian goes, this is up there in terms of quality. Yeah. I was able to get a nice clean edge without much crushing. If it crushes a lot, I consider the quality pretty low, even though you can flake across it pretty well. If it crushes a lot, then I don't consider it high grade. This one was easy to sharpen without crushing. I did crush a little bit in the notches, but that's to be expected because it starts to get real thick, relatively speaking. So there is going to be a little bit of crushing if I push the issue. Yeah. But they're not stalled. The bottoms of the notches are not stalled. Okay. 5Q05. This one is, I think, another Georgia Jasper heat treat. Yeah, the first one is a Georgia Jasper. So is this, or it could be a Mookite. I couldn't tell. Now that I think about it, this might be a Mookite. Now that I see the difference in color tone. See, Mookite has vivid colors, and Georgia Jasper many times does not have such vivid colors. So this could be Mookite. Anyway, it's a deeply concave base, serrated arrow point. Yeah. Now there's points like this in the archaeological record in North America. I just don't remember what the names of these points are. There's a name for them. If it had a stem, it would be like a Gunther type. But it doesn't have a stem, so it's like a star point or something similar. As far as style goes, the material is totally not from North America if it's a Mookite. Anyway, I like making points with serrations. Yeah. There was a bit of a glitch right here. See the step fracturing in there? But I think that's the only spot that I had trouble with. Otherwise, it was very easy to nap. Yeah. Nice material. Very nice. Again, I'm getting into some of my high-grade stuff that I've been stashing for a long time and waiting for the right moment to nap it. Yep. Okay. 5Q06. This one is a I don't know. I can't remember the type of point this is. But it is, I think, heat treat Buffalo River. It is a heat treat. Easy to nap. This was easy to nap. I got all my easy stuff out except for that basalt. Everything else in this auction was easy to nap. Yeah. I didn't have much time this week because of other commitments. Sometimes I don't have much time because I do other related crafts, not just flint napping, but I've been working on arrows, so you'll see more arrows coming up, and I might even offer hafted points and stuff like that for arrows. Okay, but for now, I'm going to be napping some of this easy stuff. I've been saving up flakes, and no, you can't have any because I need them. That's why I don't have any boxes of flakes this time around, or bifaces. I'm trying to save my good material. Okay. I guess you could call this a Catahoula or something like that, but I don't know. It's more of an artsy point because I like putting serrations on everything. Serrations of this type on everything. I don't know if this actually looks like something in the archaeological record. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's it for this week's items. Cheat notes. These are my cheat notes of the auction. The better description is in the description box below. Yeah, there will be an auction every Monday, no matter what. Yeah, I almost didn't have it though this week because of family commitments, but I managed to do it anyway. All right, please look at my previous auctions to see how they work. If you are not able to reply or comment, you will not be able to bid. Please be aware of this, okay? Figure out how to bid. You might have to create a YouTube channel in order to comment and to bid, okay? I can enter your bid for you by email, or if you email me, I can enter your bid for you onto the YouTube video. But it doesn't always work because sometimes the emails take forever to go through. Or I don't see it, or it goes to my spam folder or something. So just try to figure out how to comment so you'll be able to bid in the auction. Okay, auction 3J has a demo on how to bid, so you might need to review that too if you've never bid before or commented before. Bid in the comment section under one of my pre-populated comments. My pre-populated comments will contain the item number, a timestamp where the item appears in the video, and a short description. Pretty self-explanatory. I will like your comment if I see it. That's very important. Sometimes comments are not always visible. It may take a while for me to like your comment, but as the time approaches the end of the auction, I will check more frequently. Yeah. So the auction starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, ends at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's not a live auction. I just start announcing winners at 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so just be aware that I'll be looking at your comments during that period of time, that 6-hour time window. And as the time approaches the end of the auction, I check more frequently. I might not check right away in the beginning, right? You might see an hour or two or even 3 hours before you see a like on your comment. All right. Now, if you don't see a like on your comment and it gets close to the end of the auction, you need to try bidding again or email me or try to get my attention in some way so that I can make sure that I see your bids. Okay? All right. Try not to bid at the last minute. That's obvious. Please be aware that I'm using YouTube's time tracker and it's not always accurate. I use this time tracker because it's what everybody sees. Yeah. So that's very important. You can bid at the last minute. It doesn't bother me. It's difficult to judge who won when all you guys are doing that. But in the end, I'm the one who decides who wins. Sometimes I'm not always correct, But what makes it even worse is I'm depending on YouTube's time tracker, which is not always accurate. All right, but again, everyone sees this little time tracker, this little timestamp on how old your comment is, so that's what I use. Okay. I know, many times I know you're on time and you know you're on time, but if YouTube says you're not, then I can't count your bid. Okay. Shipping is free in the U.S. International shipping is discounted but not free. I will add $10 for a lightweight international package and $20 for a heavy international package. Okay? I've simplified it. It used to be more complex than this. All right. I will provide tracking numbers. I accept PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, checks or money orders, or a payment via electronic invoice that you can pay with a credit or a debit card. Yeah, I have the ability to send you an invoice to your email, and you just click on the link and you can pay with a credit card or debit card in that link. Okay. Winners will be announced at 9:01 p.m. Eastern Time. The auction ends, however, at the top of the hour. Now, depending on your time zone, the auction ends at different times, right? The auction ends at 8 p.m. Central. It ends at 7 p.m. Mountain or 6 p.m. Pacific. So pay attention to your time zone. All right, the auction ends at different times for different people. Okay? But it always ends at the top of the hour. I wait 1 minute before I start announcing the winners. Okay? You will be notified in the comment section if you are the winner. Please email me your info if you are new. If you've already done business with me, I have all your information in my notebook. There's not an issue, but if you're new, it's important. I can't remind you any other way than in the comment section that you've won. Okay? Some new guys, they either forget this part or they missed it. They didn't watch the whole auction video, or they didn't read the rules. Okay? Please pay attention to the comments section to see if you've won. What's also a good idea is if you look at my previous auctions to see how they look and how they worked, and look at all the comments and see how that went. Okay? All right. Okay. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you liked the items this week. No boxes of stuff, and I don't think there will be too many more boxes available for the rest of the year, because I'm trying to conserve materials so I don't have to travel back and forth from Vermont to Texas. Okay? All right. That's it. Good luck.